Oh, is it? Did it turn nighttime while we were there? We just stayed there all evening?
I still can't believe we're doing this. Sayori is the only one of us that is getting excited about this. Would finding these ghosts help me with reuniting with my parents? So, is everyone ready? Question, how are we planning on doing this? Koto? Yuri?
Luckily, there's no human here to overwhelm our senses. I sense a few ghosts close by. Same.
So what does that mean?
It means that you get to play your silly spook games.
It's not the spooky club. Well, it might be.
I guess I'll just lead the way. Spirits are invisible to the human eye.
Yuri walked away from us trying to get out of the conversation. Yuri, wait up! Sayori followed Yuri in a hurry.
I didn't think she'd be so eager to find a few spirits.
Do you feel like getting left behind?
I can find it on my own if I need to. Although you can follow the flock like the other two.
No, it's called working together. Now get moving. Koto was a bit surprised to be ordered to start walking.
I take it you didn't want to chat?
Not in your wildest dreams.
Trust me, the feeling is mutual.
We try to keep up with Yuri and Sayori. Upon entering the classroom, we saw a transparent-looking girl sitting at a desk near the window. I couldn't see her eyes, but I could tell she was staring intensely outside. Hold up. Didn't Yuri say that ghosts are invisible to people? How am I seeing a ghost? Before I could make sense of what I was seeing, Yuri walked over to the ghost girl.
Hello?
She finally noticed us and stood up from the seat she was sitting on and gave us a curious tilt of her head.
Wait, you can see me. Not all of us, but I can. I see. Tell me, why do you linger? You wouldn't get it. It was long ago that it happened. How often do you get a chance to talk about it? I'd say now would be a good time.
She looked towards the window again, avoiding eye contact. It was as if she was watching something or someone out there.
Have you ever fallen in love before? It's a warm feeling to know that there's someone out there just for you. A warm, pulsating feeling. Rising up in your heart until you feel like it could burst at any moment. That love was never meant to be. That special boy was taken from me. You must be wondering how would I know that? I feel like I have a feeling, but go on. Love can be a battlefield at times. If you lack something, you simply remove the competition. That special boy got married to my killer. I have wandered these halls since then. Could I have done better? Doesn't she feel any regret for her actions? Where is that girl currently? I don't know. She no longer attends this school. I don't think I want to see her again. It's too painful to think about. You do not have to stay here. Are you trying to force me out? I want to see you move on. You are beating yourself up over something that you cannot even remember. There's nothing to gain by remaining here. Allow me to help you.
Yuri held her hand out towards the ghostly girl. The girl hesitated, turned towards Yuri.
Will you remember my story? Perhaps I would find peace and closure one day. I will carry on your memory until the day that it finds its intended spot. I'd like that. How are you? It's Yuri. That's a pretty name.
The spirit gave a smile as it faded away. Once she was gone, I turned my attention to the others. Sayori had tears in her eyes. And Koto, well...
That was the saddest thing I ever heard.
I do have a question. Wouldn't you know who her killer is?
Huh?
She said that someone murdered her.
Wait, how are you both able to see her?
Well, I didn't really see her. I only heard her voice. That explains why she was in tears. It just doesn't explain why she couldn't see but hear. Weird. I was able to see her just fine.
Can we talk about this later? We have more ghosts to find, you know.
I wanted to give her a piece of my mind, but looking back at what she said, I think it's best we get this over with. The whole night, Yuri and I managed to help other ghosts cross over as we found them. It turned out that this school had some dark history based on the ghosts we have encountered. How can this get worse?
I sense one more ghost. Over there.
She points to a small building.
That's where they store the gem equivalent.
Well, let's get this over with so I can get home. And soon, who knows what would happen if we get caught? As we entered the room, Yuri was talking with her sister.
How did you want to handle this, sis? Probably for the best to let you handle things. I'm less of the carrot and more the stick. I'm too savvy actually figuring out what's their problem. No, it's too savvy. Just erase the ghost's form and they'll be sent on their way. Things aren't that easy. There's methods and... Let me have a bit of fun. You make things sound too calm and civilized.
Also, there are methods. There are.
Koto was steering toward forward to head towards the room.
Knock 'em dead, sis.
After a moment of looking back, Yuri continued walking. She stopped in the middle of the room, looking around.
Is there someone hiding in here? No need to be scared. We aren't looking to hurt anyone.
The head of what appeared to be a scared girl poked her head out.
Okay, look. If her head is poking out, you can mention it. But if a scared girl is poking her head out, then you don't phrase it. Then the phrase you're combining two different phrases. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
As she stepped out, she could be seen holding her head tightly.
Are the scary people gone? I can still hear them. Do they sound like me?
The girl shook her head, having to grab her head again.
No, they're scarier. Well, that sounds pretty rough. Tough. If they are worse than me, then you got problems.
The girl stepped back behind the box.
I don't want to die. Sis, can you keep quiet? If you're here to make things complicated, you can take a step back. Sure thing. Gonna be boring anyways.
Koto took a few steps back, looking around the rest of the room. Yuri crouched down to try and be less intimidating.
You can come out now. The scary person is gone. I can't. Why not? My body is trapped. Odd. How would that be possible? I was playing late at night around this place. I put a hole and crawled into it. It very fit, but got stuck. Can you reach me? But this room should not have such a spot, right? Are you talking about the theater pit?
A what?
It's a spot in the gym where actors go in and out and are on the stage so they can appear and notice during a scene. They got locked after some kind of scandal.
Why?
The teacher said something about the stage floor breaking during a show at the theater building next to it. Or at least that's what the principal keeps saying. I'm not sure that we can get there now.
Huh, maybe I missed that. Okay, questions later.
Indeed. I'm sure that we can find a way to look for you. That may require time, though. I can wait. I've been waiting for a long time.
Yuri checked behind the box to find no one was there.
I guess that did not go well. Perhaps not everything can be solved at once. What about this?
We turned to see Sayori holding a white sheet, and on the ground was a trapped door.
Not a trapdoor, a trapped door. Sure.
I gave it a closer look and noticed that it had a lock on it. Clearly they didn't really want anyone to open it. How did you find this?
Oh, I just moved this wooden platform.
The only problem is that it's locked. I stopped and looked at my hands. What if... I kneeled down and grabbed the lock with both my hands. I closed my eyes and felt something that I never felt before. Power. It wasn't until I heard a click that I saw that I unlocked it. How did I do that? And how did I know that would work? I don't know how I did that.
Huh. Whatever, let's get this over with so we can leave.
Sayori grabbed her flashlight and I opened the door. Thanks to the flashlight, we were able to get down to the crawl space. Since I was the smallest, I decided to go down there first. Hold the flashlight steady, Sayori.
I wasn't planning on dropping it. I wonder how long this place has been abandoned.
We can ask the questions after we find the body.
Are we looking for a skeleton? You must love bad horror. No way something would be that cleanly picked.
Well, depends on how long. Because, like, from what I understand, a human body, left to the elements, will decompose within, actually, I don't remember. No, the statistic I remember is, A body put in a coffin can take like up to 50 years to fully decompose.
Why would you know that?
Rats are an effective blight upon the world.
I rolled my eyes, crawling forward. This place was big enough I could crouch if I wanted to, but I'm not sure if everyone could manage the same. I noticed things were getting darker as I looked back. Sayori, did you forget to charge that thing? I could see Sayori staring at something else, her flashlight illuminating it. Spit it out already!
I regret to inform you that we went right by the... excuse me for the lack of tact. We found the corpse.
What? I had to go over there. I didn't see anything and I was in the front. I needed to know if she was serious. My eyes followed the light towards where she was looking. It was a mess to look at. From where I was, it looked like a pile of rotting wood stacked over something. Moving closer, I recognized bits sticking out. Oh. I looked towards Koto, who nodded her head.
Want me to take care of this?
What were we supposed to do down here?
The ghost was trapped. Setting aside the metaphorical dilemma, I believe the body has been buried down here for a long time. If we remove the body from down here, perhaps that shall allow the spirit to move on.
Okay, we can't leave a body in the school. People would freak out.
You wanted to be a part of the occult club, right?
Sayori shook her head, having regained her focus.
Koto's right. I'll think of something. Welcome to the occult club. Giving spirits a faithful farewell. Would you want to suffer a fate like this?
I stared at the remains of a leg sticking out of the pile. As my eyes followed along it, I could see that what should have been the head was not visible. I felt a chill travel up my spine. It's pretty cramped in here, so be careful moving anything. I'm worried that we could end up in the same if we make a mistake. We nodded our heads and carefully moved rotten wooden board after wooden board. I didn't even realize that it was a luxury that no one could afford right now. It was a somber moment getting the body out from the theater pit. It didn't take long for the skeletal remains of a small child to be unearthed. The ghost girl appeared in front of us with a pleased smile.
Thank you. Please let my parents know what happened to me.
Are you gonna tell us who you are?
Soon she started to fade away like all the other ghosts that were uncovered.
Yeah, that will be a shit show. Koto, am I wrong though?
Yeah, if we talk to the police, then they know we trespassed without permission. But that girl did say that she wants her parents. I got an idea. Say, Sayori, why don't you get that girl from the Women in Black to do that for us?
That's a great idea. We need to go outside and let her know.
Wait, she were here the whole time?
She was here? Whatever.
Waiting for us was that girl in the shades.
Hey, so I got a favor to ask of you. What would that be? We were doing our club activities and sort of found a skeleton. Any chance you could, can you figure out who it belongs to and let their parents know what happened to them?
The girl looked between each of us for a few seconds. Then looked back over to Sayori.
Do you have any details to work with?
There was a girl who snuck into the old theater pit. Don't find all the details. I could hear Koto interrupting her.
She was crushed to death by wooden floorboards.
I was getting there! I got the body, but it's a bit difficult to ask those questions.
I'll take care of that. Is the route still locked?
Oh, did you remember to close the lock nuts? Oh, I'm sorry. Hard to think of that after what happened.
Basically, no then. I suggest you get out of here while I resolve this situation with my superiors. The limo driver knows the way home as always.
Should we wait for you?
That isn't advised. Try to enjoy the rest of your night.
The girl left without another word.
You know, you could just go back in there and lock it up again.
Was that a good idea? They are really good at what they do.
What exactly does she and these women do?
Things.
It's for the best that we stop asking questions, sis.
At least someone else feels uncomfortable around them. Hey, we can get back home without too much of a problem, right? So that means today's club meeting was a success.
One way to look at the bright side.
No sense freaking out over this. Let's just get in the limo. It felt off to trust that someone else would finish what we started. We wouldn't look good trying to ask a lot of questions. Besides, those women look like they could commit murder and get away with it. Why did I think of that? Siri led the way to her limo. That pompous eyesore was outfitted to host a party if it needed to. Not that I was in the mood for celebration right now. Siri was also the same as me, only hiding it by being positive.
Want us to drop you off at your home?
Sure. I entered the limo and we left the school.